everyone. Again, my name is Luis, one of your resources specifically for Omnissa at Ingram Micro. Thank you again for coming back again for this third episode of our Ingram Micro podcast with Omnissa. Here I have my colleague David Crowley from Omnissa. David, if you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me, Luis. My name is David Crowley. I'm in our Atlanta office here at Omnissa. Real excited to be with you today. I'm a senior marketing manager, and I spend my time working with our partner community.
Awesome. Thank you for that quick intro. So today our subject is going to be workspace from Omnissa, right? So
Excellent.
I think I think based on recent follow-ups from our audience and from our partners at Ingram Micro, the first question is going to be what is Omnissa's Workspace One?
Omnissa's Workspace ONE is our Workspace ONE UEM is a single solution to manage all device types on all platforms and all use cases. So it incorporates modern device management, application management, and security that's effective both inside and outside of your corporate perimeter.
Awesome. So basically, it's like if I can say if I'm correct, like all-in-one license or type of solution.
Yeah, absolutely. So we call it Workspace ONE UEM, or Omnisys Workspace ONE UEM, standing for Unified Endpoint Management. So one single platform for all of your device solutions.
Great, great to know. So to my second question, so if I could assume, or we could say, so this means we've moved beyond the days of mobile management, correct?
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's fair to say that we've kind of expanded past that stage, and now we've reached to a level of what we would kind of consider modern management.
Yeah, especially that keyword modern management. I think is something that is just key for us today. Everything is changing, everything is moving forward. Technology evolves like maybe by the minute, but by the time I finish this sentence, something else,
Yeah,
something new just came out. So that's actually
something.
good.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
something new every minute.
Yeah, and we all like new technology, evolved technology. So this is actually great to know. To my third question, if you allow me. So, or tell me a little bit more about modern management. What's the what are the what's the main or the meaning and how important is it today for our resellers and also the end users?
Yeah, sure. Omnisys Workspace ONE is really a cloud platform for modern management, right? And that's what we're kind of talking about today. It gives your IT teams control over,
Yeah,
their highly diversified device deployments. It helps you ensure your enterprise level security outside of the hardened perimeter that you might have. And then, Workspace ONE UEM provides, device lifecycle management across all your platforms in a single comprehensive solution. So this really allows somebody like a customer, an end customer, to have one single solution to manage all of the devices, all of the solutions that they might have within their environment, rather than having to bounce back and forth between
yeah.
various different solutions.
I also like that part, single comprehensive solution, just one solution to manage all your environment, your full environment. You don't need to have this solution and then just add on this one, then have something else. And then you need someone like to manage everything. And then you have one, two, three, four platforms with Omnissa. It's like again, an all-in-one platform or solution.
Absolutely. Everybody would love to be able to get to one point, right? One thing that they
Yeah,
can manage rather than having six or seven different things that they've got to have access to on a daily basis.
exactly. Especially like nowadays, we're all multitasking people, that which is great, but if solutions like this one from Omnissa can help us to be way more effective and or help us increase our performance as a business in general, for our resellers in this case, I mean, it's
Mhm.
just it's just great for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now let's go to the I think it's gonna be maybe the last question or the fourth question, but it's got more like I have more content just to share there, just to ask there.
Yeah.
What other sort of things can the IT staff accomplish with modern management today?
Yeah, so modern management really encompasses a lot of different things. It's something that is going to allow resellers to bring to their customer base the ability to address a number of different areas within the organization with one solution, kind of like we made reference to just a few minutes ago. We kind of break those things down into five broad categories. So really, they're kind of onboarding, configuration, OS updates, software, and security and support. And I can give you kind of a little bit of an
Yeah,
example of each of those. So, onboarding, what we're really talking about is how do you get your device under management, right? Like, so things like out of the box deployment and automated day one ready work, right? So those are the kinds of things where you could provide to your new workers, your new employees, a solution right out of the gate, so they can get up and running at the speed that they need to in the first day, first week
Exactly.
of the
Uh, and
their
that is
employment.
actually great because the minute a new employee comes into a company, just having their laptop set up, their everything, even their desk. So the desk is easy, but the laptop, all the login and passwords, everything just connected. Sometimes it takes way too long, but if you just can
It's
have it simple and automated, just why not?
it can
It
be a
saves
huge
time.
undertaking. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
It saves the IT team time, and immediately that person, let's say if it's a salesperson, they can start just jumping on calls, jumping on emails, one-on-ones. It just saves them time. By the first week, maybe the ramp up has just started, and
Hmm.
they're just ready to go. It's like if it's a salesperson again, start selling. So this is great.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
when it comes to the configuration
Mm-hmm.
example,
Yeah, so what we're really talking about there is how do you set the right controls on the device, and what is that particular employee using from a device standpoint, right? So it might be a different device for somebody in your marketing department as opposed to somebody in maybe your finance department. Could be
yeah,
somebody in field sales that has something completely different. So we're talking about the ability to be device specific in configuration and providing the right controls for those devices. So some things might work on different platforms than
yeah.
others.
Great. So I could also assume that depending on what department that employee is working at, finance was going to get uh, a different view compared to a salesperson, compared to an IT support person, compared to,
Sure, absolutely.
right?
You're going to want to deliver different things to them for sure.
Great, great, great. And then when it comes to, of course, I think it's a basic example, the OS or the operating system updates,
Yeah,
because Omnissa, this solution can work in different operating systems, correct?
correct. Yeah, absolutely. Across a number of different operating systems, and the big key, right, with operating systems, you want to make sure that you are able to patch a device wherever it might be.
Mm,
You want to make sure you're always on up to date OS, updates. So, the key there being the more up to date you are, the less vulnerable you might be to anything that might go on from an IT or cyber attack.
great, great, great. And especially, we're all working remote today. So wherever you are, if the headquarters is in one place, but then they have all, or the employees are virtual, just working remotely,
Yep.
it can just, the operating system can update by itself and you just patch from one device to another. So that's actually great. They don't need
Absolutely.
to, they will not have the need to go into the main office just to, okay, plug it in here into the network. Let's do this, unless it's a different issue. But I think with Omnissa, no need,
No, no need
right?
at all. This I happen to be in the office today, but there's no need for me to be in the office to be able to, get those sorts of things fixed and updated for myself.
So this is actually a live example, which
This
which
is a live
which is
example.
which is great. You see, it is actually a great example. Thank you for that. Now, when it comes to the software itself, just to give us another example there.
Yeah, sure. So again, the idea that you're going to get your applications to your people,
Yeah,
and you're going to have the ability to create different profiles for different folks within your organization. Some people are going to need things that are going to be a little bit more frontline facing. Maybe they're in customer service. Maybe they're in a retail experience. Anything like that. You're going to have different applications that are going to be important for your IT staff, for your finance staff, for your marketing
yeah,
staff, whatever it might be. So you want to be able to configure those, get those out to the people, and then you want to be able to update them as necessary or
yeah,
take them away as necessary. A lot of times we have customers that find out that perhaps one of the applications that they used extensively 10 years ago isn't something that they use all that much anymore, and they can go ahead and take that off of their expenses by deprecating the application. So it gives you a lot of different insights and a lot of different capabilities.
great, great, great. And I think this is also something that, me coming from the security side of this field, the cybersecurity field, because I do like it and I do enjoy it as well. And even at home for myself, my own purpose, I'm always thinking about it on a daily basis. I think the last example or last part of this question: what about the security and support when it comes to the data and in
Yeah.
general?
Yeah, so one of the great things about this is we recognize not everybody is very savvy from a security perspective,
Mhm.
right? And that's a great thing because what it's going to really allow you to do is provide data protection applications to the organization, to the users within the organization. And again, you've got a diverse number of people that you might have within your company, diverse activities. Some of them may be more secure than others just by
Yeah,
the nature of their, personalities and
yeah,
the part of the business that they work in, while others might not understand what it is to be truly protecting their data. So there's built-in capabilities for you to be able to track things, be able to report on things, what happens with the state of a particular device, whether or not that device might be in good working order, whether that device might actually be, within the parameters of the places that you expected it to be. Did you have a device that kind of walked away from a warehouse, or did you have a device that walked away from a, frontline store or something along those lines? Then you can always go ahead and wipe those devices if need be, or take other action to make sure that you secure them properly. So there's a number of different things there. And, obviously from a reporting and analytics perspective, the administrators of the application are going to be able to see those things in a little bit more granular detail and be able to understand what might be going on within their environment. So it really kind of
yeah.
takes the security and support to a different level depending on what your access requirements are.
And if I can also say, I think this last part of our discussion here is that this is what encompasses the full meaning of why Workspace from Omnissa is just a great solution, because it's got it provides the onboarding, right? How do you get your
Absolutely.
device up and running quickly and safely?
Yep.
It provides the configuration. Who do you assign the right controls and the right um, if I can say, permits, right? Or no, yeah,
Sure.
the right login and passwords
Sure.
in this case
Yeah.
for security reasons, and the updates of the operating system, whatever you are remote. I mean, that's actually great. The software, get all the apps to all your employees, all your resources within our organization, and of course, the most important part, because I need to recap on this, and I like this part: the security and support, data protection,
Mhm.
vulnerability management. It's just something that we all must strive just to look for today. We have to make sure that whatever solution we get today, it encompasses everything. But I think Omnisa is just that solution when it comes to virtualization, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the great thing about it too is that it allows you to have those kind of modern ways of managing devices within your
Yeah.
organization. But it doesn't mean that, everybody has to have all of it. Everybody has to have everything. So for instance, if some customers have, specific requirements, certainly able to address those. Other customers might not necessarily need the whole solution. They
Oh.
might need parts of the solution. When you have a comprehensive solution like that, obviously it's going to fit everybody's requirements.
So it can be customized according to need and budget, correct?
Yeah, configured or customized depending on what your requirements are from a customer standpoint.
No, I think this is just the right solution. So those of you guys that are just listening to this episode today, now you know how easy it is not only to get this type of solution through Ingram Micro, because I'm your dedicated resource here. So you please give me a call, send me a message, but also I can bring in um, people like David or other Omnisa resources, specifically
Absolutely.
if you guys have more technical questions on a quick call. That's actually very easy for me to do. Again, my name is Luis, your dedicated resource. My colleague David, thank you very much for supporting us and always for attending this podcast. I think we can see you in the next episode, right?
Maybe so. Yeah, I'm happy to be there. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you and take care.
Thanks very much, Luis. Bye bye.